Hello CPC kids, and welcome to week 4 of our series Brave. Today our big idea is that God can help us overcome difficulty. And our Bible verse comes from Esther, chapters 2 and 4. Esther adapts a new culture. So today for our activity, I want you to go around your house and maybe try and find a tricky puzzle that you have. Maybe one that you haven't been able to solve, or maybe one that you have been able to solve. Now try and put the pieces together without looking at the box, so without seeing the picture. That can be a little tricky. But when you add the picture of the completed puzzle in, it makes it much easier to solve. And sometimes maybe a grown-up in your family can help you solve it as well. In our Bible story, we're going to learn that Esther needed to do something very difficult and be very brave. God can help us through difficult things. Just like when you add in the picture to solve a puzzle or a grown-up helps you, we know that God will also help us through difficult times. So today, our big idea is difficulty, overcome me, to help, can God. What does that mean? Overcome difficulty, me can, help God. Does that sound right? Not really. I can't really understand what that means. Gosh, why is the big idea so difficult today? Oh, that's right. I'm saying it backwards. Silly me. Can you say it the right way with me? Our big idea for the day is God can help me overcome difficulty. Now it's time for our video lesson.
Hey kids! Have you ever been somewhere new? Going somewhere new can be fun, but it can also be scary. In today's story, we'll hear about a woman who had to adjust to a new place far away from home. This woman's name was Esther. Esther was a Jew, meaning she was one of God's chosen people. She lived with her uncle Mordecai. When Esther was young, the king wanted a new wife, and he picked Esther. It must have been difficult for Esther to live in the king's palace, away from her uncle Mordecai, her family, and the rest of the Jewish people. She was in a strange place with people she didn't know, and she had to learn how to survive in a land that wasn't her own. But God was with Esther. She was brave and believed that even though she was in a hard situation, God could use her. Even though she might have been scared or uncertain, God was with her and had put her in the palace for that very moment so she could help her people. Esther didn't let being in a tough spot keep her from doing what she needed to do. And just like Esther, God can help us overcome difficulty too.
So, we just heard the story of Esther and King Xerxes. King Xerxes wanted to find a queen. He sent his men out to help him find that queen. The women his men gathered ate good food and took a lot of time to get ready to meet the king. Esther was one of these women. Then it was Esther's turn to meet the king. Everyone who saw Esther thought she was beautiful. The king liked Esther so much that he chose her to be his queen. Esther was not like the king. She was from a different kind of people. Esther was a Jewish woman, and the king was not a Jewish man. One of the king's men tricked him into making a law that was mean to all the Jewish people. And when Esther and her cousin heard about the law, they decided that everyone should pray to God for help. The Jewish people prayed for 3 days, Can you count 1, 2, 3? I am so glad that Esther was brave when she heard about the new law that could hurt her people. Esther knew that she could trust God and be brave, and that He would help her through this difficult time. And God can help you overcome difficulty. Now it's time for our memory verse.
Isaiah 41, verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God.
Will you pray with me? Dear God, thank you for helping us overcome difficulty. Help us to be brave, just like Esther was when things got tough. Thank you. Amen. Thanks for joining us today. We hope to see you next time.